Yes, my people, hello and welcome back to the Taking Stockholm series, where we are now T-minus 10 days away from competition. And I'm back 2 weeks out of 2 on the YouTube. What's this? Who's this? What is going on? Today is Wednesday, the 10th of June. Hence, we've got 10 days till the 20th and race day out in the Swedish capital. Today is an easy day, start in the morning on a beautiful morning with an easy 6 to 8 kilometre run, depending on how I'm feeling. Got some ergs a little bit later in the day, again nice and easy, but stay tuned because tomorrow is our last track session of the block. A few bits to touch, our last real big HYROX session as well, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to be bringing you with me, showing you what I get up to. Let's get into this, come on. Made it. Last track session of the block, let's go. Yes, my people, so we have made it to the track this morning. Sun is doing its best to shine through, but I think that cloud is just a little bit too thick, but we won't be moaning about it. Nice and easy session this morning, to be honest. I say easy, simple, not easy. 3 times 1.2k off 2 minutes after a 2k warm up and some drills, then a little 3-minute rest, and then I've got 6 times 400 off 30 seconds. So nice and easy session, only about, 6 kilometers or so of work. Might be a little bit more than that. Math is not there this morning, but you get the gist. It's all planned on the watch, so I'm gonna get myself going, get myself a warm up done, and then get cracking with the session. Because I've got another station focus session this afternoon. And then really, I feel like I've said this quite a lot, but it's the last hard day, I'd say, of the block. So I've had some harder days, but this is the last hard day, if that makes sense. Probably doesn't, but there you go. I'm gonna get cracking, stop procrastinating as per usual. Let's go. Let's go. .2k warm up. Let's go. Come on. Right, okay, so that's the warm up boxed 2k progressive warm up. Now I've got a couple of drills, sharper, faster drills, plyometrics, before that first 1.2k rep off 2 minutes. So I'm going to switch out the Puma Deviates to the race day shoe. I was debating whether to just stick with the Pumas, but I feel like I need a little bit of help this morning, to be honest. Maybe that's cheating, maybe that's probably not the best thing for me to do, but fuck it, mate, who cares? Now it's not about, getting those little gains in, it's more about just protecting myself and making sure I'm healthy come race day. So wearing the carbons for this session won't be the worst thing in the world, but let's get these drills done and then let's get cracking. Jesus. Right, okay, so that's the 1.2's done. Felt pretty controlled, to be fair. That last rep was naturally a little bit harder, but to be expected, I suppose. RPE slightly higher than the first 2, probably touching an 8 for that last rep. But I've got a little bit of a longer breather now, longer rest, 3 minutes, and then 6 times 400 off 60 seconds off 1 minute, and then we're done, mate. So good morning's work so far. Gonna try to push these reps a little bit faster. I was sitting at around 330s, which is what I was aiming for. Obviously last week with Jack, we were touching closer to 320s, 315s, but it's always easier when you've got someone to push you, and that was more of a, VO2 max effort, but this is only supposed to be threshold. So yeah, that's the plan for these last couple of reps. Let's make the most of this rest and then get stuck into it. bushy road for the morning. Cool down. Right, I'm gonna switch the race day shoes, the big carbons for the little carbons, as I like to call it. Probably not the best thing to be warming up and cooling down in carbons, but in my experience, the Puma Deviates are a little less steep, let's use the word steep, than the Adios or the Adi Zero Pro 4s, whatever they are. For me, these are the best super shoes I've ever used. I would have liked to have got a new pair for Stockholm, but I'm just really enjoying these ones, to be honest. I've only worn them in one race, so I've not used them an awful lot, and a half marathon out in Ibiza, but I've used them for, yeah, 2 races and like 3 or 4 track sessions, so they've not got many miles in them, so that's why I'm not too upset about using them. But yeah, gonna get this quick 2K cool down done, gonna get my jacket on, make sure I stay nice and warm, have a little stretch, and then get going. Got some work to do, got some fuel to get back in. Speaking of, natural nutrients, whey protein isolate, milk from the Magic Milkman, the Modern Milkman. Go use code SAMGN at checkout to get yourself a little discount on the best whey protein isolate in the game. Genuinely, all from grass-fed cows, the highest quality ingredients, only 4 or 5 ingredients in the recipe itself, so that's top draw. I wouldn't really use anything else, to be honest, because there's a lot of additives, a lot of flavorings, a lot of shit in a lot of protein powders, but this is the best in the game. And it helps when it tastes that good. The vanilla flavour, oh, it tastes like proper vanilla. That is magic. Magic, mate. Right, let's go do this cool down. Keeping the air nice and dry. Don't want to catch a cold now, do we? Right, okay, so that is a session done and the fuel is going back in. Got some kefir, yogurts, berries, chia seeds, some mixed nuts, but first things first, prioritising the carbs and the protein, delaying the intake of the healthy fats, because that's only going to slow the absorption and digestion of the carbs and the protein in this bowl here. So this is the priority. Of course, already had the protein shake from Natural Nutrients, so that muscle protein synthesis process has already kick-started. I'm going to enjoy this, crack on with a bit of work, and then I'll be bringing you with me to the gym for the second session of the day. We've spawned in Dill.
Yeah.
On the Kent coast.
Why did I say that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have. So it's Friday morning, and I've got a oat mocha, and Samuel's got a cortado, which is his
Channeling the inner Spaniards.
his hyperfixation at the moment.
Yeah, love a cortado.
And then we're just gonna grab. I'm hungry.
Very
We
hungry.
also got some lemon drizzle cake that we can. Well, I don't know if Sam's gonna have any. But I should
Probably will do.
Oh.
Little sliver.
Oh, that's silver. And then we're gonna head and get some. I need something.
Bakery there. Yeah, we're gonna get some food now and head back, but I'll show you what we get. See you in a bit. Okay, so breakfast is served and we've got a little poached egg avocado on sourdough bread situation. You happy?
Yeah. The sun's shining.
The sun has come out.
And it wasn't this morning. We went and, I don't know if you're going to include this. We went and got a coffee. And I'm just doing some work.
Got coffee, we got a little lemon drizzle cake, which we'll be having a little look at in a minute.
Yeah, I'm just doing a bit of work and then I'm just going to have a little breakfast as well.
Yeah, obviously working for today.
Ooh.
We've got a nice meal booked this evening, so we're really going to just chill.
I don't know where we're going though.
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise. Also, look at how wonderful this avocado is. It looks like the emoji. Cool, this looks really good and smells really good.
Yeah, yesterday after my second session of the day, to be honest, I was just so flaked. I didn't feel like picking the camera up, and I knew we was coming down here yesterday evening, so just got ourselves in the car, drove down here, took it nice and easy last night, had a chilled one, but I thought I'd pick the camera up again just to let you know what's going on.
Guys, I slept for hours.
Abby slept for about 10 hours.
It must have been about that.
It's the sea air. The sea air will do it to you.
Sam slept, well, Sam was up at like 20 to 6 or whatever, and I was up at about 7:30.
Getting used to that. I've got myself up, made myself coffee. That first hour of my day is so precious, and she was just catching Zeds.
I spread out.
But yeah, that's the gist, that's the score. Next couple of days are real easy for me. Obviously, 3 tough days of training in a row, especially yesterday. So a complete rest day today, just get plenty of steps in the leg, get some sea air in the lungs. Might go for it, in fact we will go for a little run tomorrow, 5-6k-ish, nothing too strenuous. Sunday I might have a look at doing another HYROX style session, just touch some more pieces again. It's always hard at this stage because you don't want to do too much.
Ooh.
But it's easy to get good poached egg.
Yeah, look at that, wait.
Smashed it. But it's easy to get a little bit, I don't want to use the word nervous, but you feel like you need to keep touching bits and pieces. So Sunday I might indeed get in the gym and just, you know, do a little bit but not too much, and then it's just taper week. So that's the plan, that's the little update. Stay tuned because I'll be, you know, showing you what we get up to a little bit, probably not too much to be honest, but you never know. And most likely catch you on Sunday for that next session. Yes, my people, good morning. How are you all doing? A couple of days have passed since I last spoke to you. Of course, it is now Sunday, which means it's the last session for me of the block, really. Really, really easy stuff, or really, really simple stuff. Gonna get myself in the gym, 10 minutes to warm up, and then I'm gonna touch each run and each station for a minute. I must admit, I've stolen this from Hunter McIntyre after seeing him do it in one of his videos and thought I quite like the idea of that. Literally 20 minutes of work is about 1/3 of the volume of a total HYROX. Going to be pushing it, not quite race pace intensity, but I want the effort to be there. You know, I want it to be a big effort, keep that sharpness in the legs, keep the CNS firing, but without accumulating too much muscular fatigue and without dumping myself into any sort of VO2 max sort of ranges. So that's the plan for this morning. And I'm going to follow that up with a sauna, but I'm going to be bringing you with me into the gym, showing you how I get on, how the session goes. So stay tuned for that. Let's go do it. And there we have it. That brings the HYROX World Championships block to an end. All that's left now is a real proper taper. To be fair, I've probably been tapering the last few days, but today was just about getting that last little bit of stimulus in, getting the touch points in before really backing off and taking it easy through the rest of this week. Today is Sunday, of course. So complete rest day tomorrow, get some steps in the legs, get some stretching done, easy mobility work. Tuesday will be a nice and easy plod with some strides. Wednesday I'll touch some more stations. Thursday complete rest, Friday shakeout, Saturday morning race. That's the plan for the week. It's that easy. It's going to feel a little bit weird, and it always does feel weird during taper week because you're raring and ready to go, but you actually back off. So it messes with the mind a little bit, especially when you've been doing so much for so long. It's a big part of it becomes a big part of your life, and all of a sudden it's sort of taken away, and taper week can be a little bit difficult. So it's just a matter of acknowledging that and being aware of that and not letting it get the better of me. I've just refueled a little bit. I've had some natural Nutrients whey protein powder, of course, the best in the game, code SAMGN for a discount. And I've also just had a little Vela Forte bar, protein bar, all natural ingredients in there. And I've actually also picked up my stock of Beat It shots, of course, packed for the nitrates. I've never actually looked how many nitrates are in those, or are in these. 600 milligrams of potassium, but it doesn't say exactly how many nitrates. Oh, 300 milligrams, which is exactly the dose you need, up to 400. So that's pretty ideal. Of course, that increases the nitric oxide in the blood, works acutely around race day. So I'm going to be taking one the night before and one the day of. Some people will load it, but the evidence is a little bit iffy for that. There's not 100% clear evidence that, you know, loading it for a week or even longer, or even just a few days, has any extra benefit to just having it acutely. So I'll be having that 2 to 3 hours before exercise. Contributes to vasodilation, which improves blood flow and, of course, oxygen delivery, nutrient delivery, improves mitochondrial efficiency, the ability to convert the nutrients and oxygen into usable energy, ATP. So that's the thinking behind the beetroot shots. Pick them up, refueled, straight in with some carbs and protein. Of course, whilst the metabolic window is indeed open, want to get that carb intake in, that protein intake in, to make sure I'm kickstarting that recovery process ahead of taper week. So I'm waffling a little bit there, but a little bit of science to round out this video. If you've got to this point, I really do appreciate you. I'm going to be bringing you through taper week. It's going to be pretty uneventful, I won't lie to you, but if you're interested in to see what I'm thinking about during my taper week, how I prepare for these races, then stay tuned, because there'll be another video coming before race day out in the Swedish capital. So there's a lot to look forward to. Stay tuned for more. If you got to this point in the video, once more, I appreciate you big time. Please consider hitting that subscribe button if you've enjoyed any part of this. Leave a comment on what you want to see. Hit that like button if you've enjoyed. And I'll see you on the other side in a wee bit.